What is going on, Warriors of Tamaris? Welcome to the BAHORN guide in Call of Dragons, a brand new overall hero added in the Generation 2 category. Today you're gonna see the war pets, the artifact, pretty much everything that makes this hero tick in the open field. Spoiler alert, he is one of the best heroes to be added in the game. Without wasting any more time, let's get this party started. Alright, Warriors of Tamaris, brand new season, brand new heroes. This season the game developers have decided to surprise us with 4 different heroes. They added Musiang, who is overall. And then they went on to add BAHORN, who is another overall hero. Looks like we are starting to see a brand new trend. In season 1, we have 2 overall heroes as well. We have Thea, who is overall, and we have Husk, who is another overall hero in season 1 as well. Where is Husk? Where are you hiding? Okay, I can't see Husk here. He's hiding somewhere. You probably saw him. So you get the idea. Season 1, 2 overall heroes. Season 2, we have Musiang and we have BAHORN. So what does this mean? It means in season 3, we might be getting 2 more overall heroes as well for the G3 category. So we need to be on the lookout for that. I hope it's that way. It looks like we are seeing a brand new trend in Call of Dragons. Now for today, we're going to check out this brand new BAHORN hero. I'm going to give you all the good details that you need to know about this awesome hero. All I can say is he is absolutely amazing. As of right now, I have made him my primary focus. As you can see from the daily deals, I will be buying BAHORN pretty much every day because I want to max him out as fast as possible. And when we go to my store as well, he is on my dailies as well. So there is a reason for that, and I'm going to explain all of it in the video. You're going to see some talent trees, war pets, artifacts, pretty much everything that you need to know. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this party started. If you were to ask me one question, which one should you invest first, Musiang or BAHORN? My answer is going to be BAHORN. It's because I tested him out in the open field and I was super impressed with what I saw. And here is why. We're gonna go over the skills. In my opinion, the biggest selling point of this hero is going to be skill number 4. It is known as Just You Wait. It's a passive skill. It says, upon taking damage, Legion loses 50 rage, deals damage to the target Legion, damage factor 300, and gains resistance. Damage taken minus 10% for 5 seconds. Effect can trigger once every 15 seconds. The good thing with this skill is that you're going to be triggering it almost every single time you hit a brand new target. That's the good thing with this skill. This 15-second cooldown timer is there when you're fighting someone in a 1v1 situation for an extended period of time, especially when it is just a single war report. That's what this 15 seconds is for. Now we know that in the open field, when you fight your enemies, you're always switching targets. You hit one person for 5 seconds or 8 seconds, they die, and you hit the next target as well. Sometimes you don't get to cast your rage skill even. So this skill is going to be triggering almost every single time you hit a brand new target. And when you combine it with what Musiang has as well, the damage is going to be significant. Musiang has Punisher, which gives you 150 damage factor when you heal. You put a Sun Lizard on your Legion. Sun Lizard always give you healing on turn number 2, which means you're going to trigger this on turn number 2, 150 damage. And then you add it to this guy right here with skill number 4, Just You Wait, which also takes place on turn number 2. So you have 450 damage. So how does this skill works? When you hit an enemy with a normal attack, you're going to automatically take a counter-attack damage. When you take counter-attack damage, you immediately trigger the skill. And when you switch from one target to the next, you're going to be recycling this skill over and over and over, getting so much value in the open field. It is part of the reason I would say you max this guy out first before you go after Musiang. Don't get me wrong, guys. Musiang is excellent, but in my opinion, this guy is the real deal. Let us keep this pushing. Now we check out all the other skill. We start off with the rage skill known as the exhaust fumes. The rage skill cost is 1000. The attack range is very far, deals diffuse damage to the target and 2 surrounding legions in an arc. Damage factor 1000. Each Legion hits gains 30 rage. So this is very good, guys. 1000 damage, 3 targets, it is diffused. You get a lot of value. And on top of that, when you hit 3 targets, you get 90 rage. Isn't this just awesome, guys? This is absolutely fantastic. I really like this hero. This damage is significant. Going on to skill number 2, Mechanized Army. Legion ignores 10% of enemy attack in the field. So this is something that all the other troop types can use. Now when you use flying legions like Celestials or those Wyvern Riders or the Forest Eagles, you're going to gain another 10% attack and 20% march speed. By just looking at this skill, you can already say that this hero is made for the Celestials. So you really need him in your Celestial roster. On to skill number 3, Chief Machinist. Passive skill. Legion gains 10% defense bonus. Everybody gets that. And then there are other special effects. Infantry counterattack damage bonus 15%. Cavalry unit damage dealt bonus 6%. Marksman unit normal attack damage dealt bonus of 20%. Magic unit damage taken reduction of 10%. It's going to depend on which troop type you have on the hero. So as you can see, absolutely fantastic. With archers, you get that sweet normal attack damage dealt, which is huge. With mages, you have -10 damage taken reduction, and that's gonna make you very tanky in the open field. And you combine it with this one, you got -20 damage taken reduction. You have another 10% Legion defense as well. So this hero is amazing. Skill number 4, we have already talked about it. And skill number 5, after casting Exhaust Fumes, Legion gains normal attack crit rate plus 30% for 5 seconds. Again, another fantastic skill. I feel like this is an extension of the rage skill, helping you do more damage when you cast your rage skill. Well, guess what? This hero is the perfect replacement for your Fragger. If your Syndrion is weak, you put this hero behind him and you fix the problem. This is for the archers. Another good thing is skill number 4, which activates when you hit new targets all the time. When you fight with archers, it's very hard for you to cast your rage skill. So this guy is going to give you 300 damage and you get the AoE damage as fast as possible, helping your Syndrion get a lot of merits. I like the instant impact of this skill. I can compare it to other heroes here who have instant impact skills, like Syndrion's skill number 4, Forest Shadow. He can let you do rapid fire for 3 seconds in the first 4 seconds of the fight, which is great. You have someone like Magrat who can do a lot of damage in such a short amount of time. Again, another good thing, you have Kinara and the Snowpeak Rock working together to do more damage in a short amount of time. These are all good stuff. Good stuff, man. Another good thing is that the mages can use this skill as well. So this is why I value this hero very highly. Me personally, I plan on maxing him out. He's going to be my primary focus as of right now. What are some of the best pairings for BAHORN in Call of Dragons? There are so many pairings that you can get with this hero. The first one that comes to my mind is going to be Muxiang and BAHORN. I feel like they were designed to work together. When you look at Muxiang, she has the Awakening skill that gives you additional 50 rage. And when you look at BAHORN, his 4th skill lets him lose 50 rage, which means Muxiang is going to give you back that 50 rage. I feel like they were designed to work together. Another reason why you pair this hero with Muxiang is because of this 300 damage factor from just you wait. You can recycle this with every new hero that you hit almost all the time. Not 100% guaranteed, but I can say maybe 6 out of 10 times you're gonna hit this thing every time you hit a new target. And then when you add that with what Muxiang has from her talent tree, it's going to be a total of 450 damage factor every time you enter battle. We know that your enemies die fast, especially when many people are targeting the same enemies, which means you already have 450 damage factor for free. Your other teammates don't have that. So that's one of the reasons I like BAHORN so much. Another good pairing that comes to my mind is going to be BAHORN and Syndrion. He's going to work well with Syndrion, giving Syndrion 30% crit rate when he casts his Exhaust Fume rage skill. He also has 20% attack boost that Syndrion can use. The good thing is his rage skill is AoE, which means your Syndrion is going to be getting a lot of damage. This crit rate, we already talked about it. So yeah, on top of that, you have this 300 damage factor that you trigger every time you enter battle. And you know, archers don't have time to cast their rage skill, so this skill is going to be significant for you. It's going to combine with Syndrion 4th skill known as Forest Shadow to give you a lot of damage within the first 5 seconds of the fight. We already know the craziness of Magrat after 5 seconds. We already know what Kinara and the Snow Peak Rock can do to the enemy. And now we have another hero who can fight just like that. Someone who enters the field and give you instant impact right away. Another good pair for this guy is going to be Velen. Velen has a permanent magic unit hero skill crit rate bonus. This crit rate bonus is going to crit the 300 damage for this guy right here. You're going to crit this almost every time you enter battle. On top of that, when you use this guy as the primary, you have the skill tree with the hero skill crit rate. Now you have like 20% crit rate for your BAHORN and Velen. A very good pair. You can pair with Thunderlin. You can pair him with pretty much anyone in the game. If you want to fly up in the sky, you have options. You have Thea to use as a deputy. You have Bertrand to use as a deputy. With this artifact, I don't know the amount of damage you're going to inflict on your enemies. The good thing is you can stand on top of the mountain and just kite your people with this 300 damage factor. This is going to be ridiculous. You can also jump from city to city to just poke your enemies. This hero is going to be a nightmare for a lot of people. It's part of the reason I'm going to max him out. Don't get me wrong, guys. Musiang is excellent, but BAHORN is more efficient in the open field. What other pairings can you use? You can put him with Lilia as well. I do believe it's going to work fantastic. You have so many options. It's going to depend on the troop type that you're using. In terms of cavalry, this guy is also amazing because with cavalry you're going to get unyielding rush, which is 1000 rage. You hit 3 targets, diffuse damage, 1000 damage factor, and then you have another 300 additional factor when you enter battle with your unyielding rush. You can trigger unyielding rush from one target to the next and just keep on recycling this 300 damage. And on top of that, you have this crit rate of plus 30%. We all know how cavalry have very good normal attack as well. So these crit rates are going to help. Overall, this hero is, I think, the better option when it comes to efficiency in the open field. Musiang is also amazing, but in my opinion, I would go with BAHORN. He can fly as well. Up next, we have a look at some artifacts that you can use with BAHORN. The good thing is he's an overall hero, which means you can pair him with anyone. If you're going to use Bertrand, you have the Mirage Orb. If you're going to use Lilia, you have the Infernal Flame. If you're going to use Emrys, you have the Spring Blade. If you're going to use Kinara, you have the Rattle Spear. If you're going to use Zeta, you have the Crossbow. If you want to use Thunderlin, you have the Thunder Elegy. You have lots and lots of options. Just depends on who you're going to pair up with the hero. Me personally, I use him with the Phoenix Eye and Musiang. It has worked well for me. It did great when I did the testing. So this is what I would use for the mages. So if you're a mage player, I think this is a must-have hero in your roster. If you're an archer, he is a must-have hero in your roster. Even as a cavalry player, I think he is a must-have. Now, if you're infantry, not so much. I think he's good. He's got this counter-attack damage dealt. But I don't know if this rage skill is going to help you for your infantry a lot. So yeah, but I think he is good. If you're archer and a mage player, you don't want to skip out on this guy. He is excellent. When it comes to war pets, I think the first one that comes to my mind is going to be the Sun Lizard, because you can use it with Musiang to do a lot of damage with the Punisher skill and also help Musiang get 18% damage dealt, especially if you have a Sun Lizard with this end of season skill and 270 agility. You should be able to get 18% damage for Musiang before you cast your first rage skill. So yeah, I think the Sun Lizard would be the best choice for BAHORN and Musiang. But then you have other options as well. You can just use any pet depending on the pair that you use on the hero. A universal physical pet would be this one right here, or the newest pet that was added in the game, aka the puncture barbed manticore. That could work for universal archer units. When it comes to mages, you have this one right here, the sapphire Phaedric. You have the seraphic, it can work. You can also use poison lizard if you want. You have this ice lizard, which is not recommended by anyone, and you have thunder lizard as well that you can use. So that's going to be super cool. So these are the pets that I think you can use with the hero. In my opinion, Sun Lizard is the way to go, especially with Mu Xiang. With all of that out of the way, let us check out some talent trees you can use with BAHORN in Call of Dragons. We shall start with the magic troop type. And here is the talent tree for the mages. This is what you use. The reason I didn't go in the overall direction is because of the Guardian Angel. When your legion enters battle, they gain resistance, reducing the damage taken by 4% for 10 seconds. Well, if you look over here on skill number 4, when you enter battle, you're going to have resistance of 10%. I have a good feeling it's going to overwrite this skill. I could have tested it out, but my 4th skill is only 1 right now, and it's only 4, and the other one is also 4. So I don't know if it's going to change anything. If it was 5%, I could have seen the difference. I mean, which is why I didn't go in this direction. So this would be the talent tree for mages. The reason I have different points here is because of the march speed synchronization. This guy has 20% march speed if you're using him with Celestials. So you need to synchronize your march speed to match your other mage troop types. My mages move at 31% march speed, but here I have 32. And then you go on and grab this Fury Flame. You come here and you pick this Army of Valor. And the 1 point that's remaining, I think you should get more normal attack as well, maybe 3%. That way it makes up for the normal attack that you lose from here. I think that's going to be good. Another thing that you can try is to remove this detached and maybe go for this scale right here, because this hero can do a normal attack crit rate. So the more normal attack damage you have, the more damage you're going to do through the crit rate of this awakening skill. But that's just something to think about. We're going to need to do some testings for that. Overall, this is the talent tree that you would use for this hero. You go in the PvP direction and you pick Army of Valor for the remaining points. The next talent tree that we're going to have a look at is the one for the archers, I think for the Wyvern Riders. So this is what the talent tree for the Wyvern Riders would look like. This is how I would build it. When it comes to the detached, you remove it completely. With mages, you take this, but with archers, you don't take it. You go with Unquenchable Will, and everything else pretty much looks the same. So this is with the Wyvern Riders if you want to synchronize their march speed. However, if you're not using Wyvern Riders, then you might want to put 5 points here to get this 10% march speed. You might have to alter this talent tree a little bit just so you can get the overall speed as well. So that is something to consider. So this is the talent tree for flying archers. And I think this pretty much covers everything. This is the talent tree I would use for your archers. Just take this one to 5 if you're not using the Wyvern Riders. You can also try going in a different route where you remove all of these points and then bring them here. Have everything in all 3 talent trees. You grab this, you get this extra march speed. If you're with the mages, you pick Intimidation, or if you're with archers, you go after Adrenaline Rush. And then at the end, you can decide whether you want to go with Spirited Response or the Guardian Angel. It's going to be up to you. Like I said, sometimes you don't trigger this skill all the time, but it's always there, which means this one could come in handy when it does not get overwritten. So this is another talent tree that you can try. Like it will look a little something like this. You come and stop over here, you stop over here. You collect the points and you stop over here as well. You go in all 3 directions. It's another option that you can try. To conclude everything, I personally think this is one of the greatest heroes to be added in the game. The one thing that got me sold was skill number 4, Just You Wait. This thing is absolutely fantastic for the open field. I really like it. The hero can fly. He is excellent for Celestials. His crit rate from his rage skill is also impressive. I think this guy is the real deal. He is the way to go. Do not get fooled by this 1000 damage factor only. This thing can hit like a truck, man. It is great. It's just gonna depend on the person that you pair with him. You're going to get a lot of value with this hero. I really like him. He's got so many options in the field. Personally, I think he is geared towards Celestials. You can also use him with your archers efficiently. So that's all I have for the video, guys. Thank you for watching. If you're new, subscribe for more content. Until then, talk to you guys in the next one. Bye bye for now.